Are we watching something today that's good?
Nope. Do we ever?
Let's start it up.
This is the Mike Saunders project. And,
Start it up. Welcome to Mike Saunders Project. I'm Coach Mike Saunders and Jerry Korfeld. What are we doing? What do we got?
I'm gonna burp again. Alright. We got Behind Enemy Lines, Colombia. Starring WWE's, well now he's with TNA Wrestling's,
Wasn't
Mr. Kennedy.
Behind Enemy Lines. That was a Hollywood movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, starring Owen Wilson.
And this is a...
I think Gene Hackman was in it.
So what is this? Is this a sequel?
I think this is the third one, maybe? I'll read the back. Escape is only the beginning. In the jungles of Colombia, there's nowhere to run. Forcing a covert team of U.S. Navy SEALs to make their own solutions in this riveting and explosive new film that takes the Behind Enemy Lines franchise into bold new territory. Colombia is in chaos, caught in a bitter war between its government and insurgent guerrillas. While in a secret mission to observe a meeting between the two factions, the Navy SEALs suddenly find themselves framed for the murder of leaders from both sides. Now abandoned by their own government, the group must survive long enough to prove their innocence and prevent the brutal war from spilling over the border. Starring Joe Manganiello from Spider-Man, WWE's Mr. Kennedy, and Keith David from Behind Enemy Lines 2, Axis of Evil. That's really offensive because he's been in a lot more and better movies than just Behind Enemy Lines 2, Axis of Evil. This viscerally thrilling action-packed sequel delivers an all-new level of excitement. Special features the big guns, military action and film, Colombia Norte, on location in Puerto Rico, the Rockets.
Oh my God! What? How many words are on the back of that thing?
Explosions explained, the art of the fall, stunt secrets, comedy in Colombia, bloopers and other relief. Stars with Stripes, casting Joe and Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, just because it's a word on the back doesn't mean you have to read it.
Language, audio, English, 5.1
Alright,
Dolby, 2009, color, 93 minutes, dual layer, caption, closed caption, widescreen, 178.1. Dolby digital soundtracks contain up to 5.1 channels of discrete audio. Dolby surround soundtracks contain up to 4 channels of encoded audio. Playback has 2-channel DVD outputs, is compatible with stereo and Dolby Pro Logic reproductions. The unauthorized reproduction and distribution of such copyrighted material is illegal.
So our friend Fat Boy wanted us to watch this. He gave us Death from Above to watch.
I need something not to own. A piece of clothing, something.
What are we going to do with an orgy board?
Orgy board?
What was the other movie we reviewed? Oh, Santa's Sleigh. Remember that Christmas?
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
What was the song for that movie?
Bye bye Santa, I ain't
Santa,
gonna
bye
cry.
bye. Bye bye Santa. Santa, bye bye.
You killed my Gramps and you tried to kill me. I hope your sleigh goes down in the sea. Bye bye.
I can't believe
Santa,
you remember that.
Bye bye.
Wow, you know a verse.
I think that's pretty much the whole song. Santa, bye bye.
Wow, some of the great music you could expect from this piece of shit.
Oh, there's some good music in this movie.
There's a fucking mute button. Alright, let's watch this.
Did you want to say something about
Oh, no, I don't really, I guess I don't really have anything. I just hate sleeves on the... Why is this?
It's just more trash to throw
Well,
away.
this fucking shit. You know what I do? When I even get a comic book or any hardcover book, I usually just throw away the dust cover. Just throw it away.
I like dust covers. They
Oh.
usually got good art on them.
Get them out of my sight. Get them out of my sight. I want to throw away this one, but it's Fat Boys.
Yeah, it doesn't belong to you.
I know, I kind of want to pee on it.
You could do that.
I might pee on it. I might pee on it. Actually not available. What do you mean? What do you mean? goodness. Let me just tell you something. If you want to watch a movie that is so boring that you have to fight to stay awake because you feel bad that the other person's awake and watching it, watch this movie.
I stayed awake.
I fell asleep
I made it.
maybe once, but I was fighting it. Oh my god. No, I seen the whole fucking movie.
What was it, an hour, 90 minutes about?
Oh, what does it
felt
say?
really long.
93 minutes.
It was
That
long,
is
93
brutal.
minutes.
Brutal. What's it about? I have no idea.
The movie opens with, well, the movie's about Navy SEAL Team 7, I think.
Oh, I wanted to watch the blooper reels.
I'm glad we didn't.
We didn't. I almost want to watch it now, but I won't.
No, we're not.
I won't.
We already took it out of the player, so, you know. You can't know. You're not allowed to.
No, wait. It's still in the player.
No, we're not watching it either way. So the movie starts with a surprise Navy SEAL birthday party for their lieutenant and commander. I can't remember the character's name.
Shitbag. Lieutenant Commander Shitbag. Or they called him LT.
Yep. Mr. Kennedy is the Master Chief Carter, I think. Second in command,
Sure.
it seems. He's on the cover, but he's not.
Absolutely.
But he's not
one
the
of these
star.
guys. Absolutely. Great. Good movie. If
So
you like dog shit.
The FARC is blowing up people, so they send Navy SEAL Team 7.
Every time they said it, I imagined that they said fart.
Yeah,
F-A-R-T.
They sent him down, and they
Butt
didn't
air.
even give him a complete mission idea of what to do. It was just go down there and kill them. And that was pretty much the extent of their mission parameters. And they did that. They got taken captive once. It's not even clear how. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. I kind of vaguely remember that.
The acting was really bad.
I
Mr. Kennedy's terrible.
I don't remember much about the movie. And I watched the whole thing. I do. Oh, you know the one thing I do remember is the guy coming up out of the water.
Oh, and how cheesy that looked.
Yeah.
We didn't get footage of that.
Who cares? Who cares? If you want to see it, watch it.
Yeah, do it. I dare you.
I dare you to watch it. I don't want to get no more movies from this guy. Santa's Sleigh. What was the Kurt Angle movie? Death Blow?
Death from above.
Death from a Glove.
From a glove.
A glove. Death in a Glove.
Give me the rune.
Give me the rune. Alright, what was it? It was Santa's Sleigh, Death from Above, and now Behind Enemy Lines, Colombia. He's given us... The last three movies we've done have been the shittiest pieces of shit.
That ever shit.
That ever shat.
Ever.
Could you shit a shittier shit?
I could.
Alright, so, how many stars would you give this, Jerry? How many enemies behind the lines would you give this?
It get 5 Z's.
No, I'm asking you, how many enemies behind the lines do you give this?
Well, I'd consider the whole movie my enemy, so 5 enemies. It's a massive enemy that must be destroyed.
Okay, so Jerry's rated this 5 enemies behind the lines. I'm going to give this 35 enemies behind the lines.
That's very threatening.
It is awful.
That's very threatening.
If you don't understand the rating system, it's because this might be the 3rd time we've rated a movie in probably 100 reviews.
Yeah, we don't rate movies like that.
But yeah, I think that our rating system from now on will be determined how many enemy behind the lines it is. This was at least 35, in my opinion.
35 enemies.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
It's not good.
And
there is 3 other movies under this. There's the Hollywood one.
Yep.
Then there's the sequel to that is called Part 2, but I can't remember the sub.
It's right there on the back. Axis of Evil.
Axis of Evil. And that also had Keith David in it. Who he was fine in the movie. I didn't have no problem with him. His character, he played exactly what that character is.
The captain.
He was at the home base.
The camera work in this was really bad.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
A lot of shaky cam. I don't like shaky cam.
There's a sequel to this movie. What did I say it was?
I don't
It's
remember.
something like Navy SEAL Team 8.
Colombia,
Enemy Behind the Lines.
Colombia too. Wow. Neato.
It's not Columbia 2. It's just called SWAT Team 8, I think.
SWAT team? No, SEAL Team 8.
What was it?
SEAL Team 8.
Oh, SEAL Team 8 Behind Enemy Lines. Wow.
What a piece of junk.
And none of the people in this movie are in that.
Not even Mr. Kennedy?
I don't think so.
That's unfortunate. He deserves to be in more movies. He's really good.
What are you talking about?
He was probably easily one of the best character actors of my lifetime. Every line he delivered had a subtle nuance to it that just made him so believable. This is a movie you shouldn't miss.
I want to believe that he's joking. I want to believe it, but I'm like dumbfounded that it might be true.
It's 100% true.
It's not true.
Oh, his deliveries were perfect.
It's not. I want to just give up on
His
life.
facial expressions were spot on.
Name a more boring movie that we've reviewed than this.
I can't because that movie is so riveting. Every other movie in the world is more boring than that.
This dude can't even drop a character for a good question.
It's so good.
Let's see. I'm trying to think about it.
93
Like,
minutes flew by. It was
I think
action-packed.
I enjoyed Twilight more than I like this movie. I would, if I had a choice, watch this again or Twilight, I'd say Twilight.
Well, you put a weird inflection on Twilight.
Mm.
Twilight.
Well, I'm under emotional duress.
I don't think I'd watch either one of them ever again.
At gunpoint, I'd watch Twilight again over this. I can't think of what's another boring ass movie we watched.
Ator is pretty boring.
Which one?
Ator?
Oh, Quest for the Mighty Sword? But that was shockingly bad as well.
Shockingly bad.
Yeah, well, it was. Shockingly.
We talked about the blandness. We talked about how great Mr. Kennedy was. Yeah, they go to Colombia for no real reason. They shoot it up. They get captured. They shoot it up again. They get proof that they didn't kill the people. Pretty much they had a murder pinned on them and they had to exonerate themselves.
So, enemy behind enemy lines, Colombia.
Enemy behind the line, Colombia line.
Behind
Colombia.
enemy lines, Colombia. I give it 48 enemy behind the lines.
That's more than you gave it a moment ago.
Whatever. It's awful. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not going to enjoy mine. Santa bye-bye.